What's up, guys? Welcome to MJ Radio. You can call it Michael Jordan Radio. I'm just kidding. Okay, back to the channel. My name is Masong. Today, our topic is about James' process of shooting videos. Yeah, does that sound great? I think it will. As we know, he is good at making films with his different opinion, which is always different from others in the end of a movie. So, our executive producer decides to invite him to come to this series of channel. We will ask him some questions about his movies in order to let the audience understand the reason that he wants to do like this instead of others. Okay, let's welcome Big J, called James, the greatest movie producer in Taiwan. Hi, James. Nice to meet you, man.
Hello, bros. Nice to meet you too.
Well, we're gonna ask you some questions. Do you agree?
Yep, sure, my honor. I'll do my best to answer as possible as I can.
That's great, my friend. So, the first question is, shooting a video is one of your wish or just only, for living?
Um, that's my job, definitely. And also, I love making films. The reason is that when I see the smile or compliment on their face, it's just like you have done some good deeds for them, you know? That's all.
Thank you for the answer. And how do you think about a good movie? In your mind, what's your opinion? Can you demonstrate or explain it for us? Or maybe you can tell us with choosing a topic you would like.
Maybe I prefer to talk about the love. I mean, it includes any kinds of love. Love exists in our world, and we all can't live the life without it. And a good movie, well, first of all, I think so called a good movie, which means that you cannot interpret the movie with only one view, because it will limit the thinking about the story. For the reasons, a well known movie could be anything, and you just say, oh, in the end of the story is blah 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 blah. Who fucking cares? In this case, you are limited. As I said, nobody can define what the real situations created by the writer is. This is the reason that a movie is called a good movie.
Oh, I know that. In addition to these above mentioned questions, can you give us others more specific examples that you've made?
Sure. Have you ever heard about the Lady of Charlotte?
Yeah, that's a famous poem written by Tennyson.
Then, have you ever watched the video version of it, which is directed by Nick Loven?
Yup, I had watched it. It's
Terrible.
amazing. Wait. What? Terrible. I was about to say amazing.
No, it's terrible.
So, don't you like it?
That damn director is lack of imagination. His filming style is quite simple, you know? The footage in the film just simply follow the order of the verses and stanzas of the poem. It's quite uncreative for me. I cannot even feel the loneliness of the Lady of Charlotte in his film. Nick Loven is ruining this work.
Easy, man. So, if you were the director, what would you do?
I'll start writing the script first and putting some of my ideas in it. In the point of the Lady of Charlotte, the lady is strongly eager to get out of the tower and the isolated island When she saw Lancelot, she then directly fall in love with him and decide to go out to get her lover and freedom. And she even doesn't care about a curse. If I were a director, I would definitely put the great emphasis on this part, because it could be the sign of the rise of the female consciousness in 19th century.
Well, you quite impressed me a lot. Can you tell us how to become a talented director like you?
There's no answer I can tell you. I just read many great literature works and think more. That's all. And I can tell you I prefer the literatures in Victorian era.
Really? Then, can you share with us your favorite literature works?
Sure, do you know Elizabeth Barrett Browning?
Oh, yes, I knew her. She's the one who gets healed by falling in love. Sonnet from the Portuguese is her famous work.
Yeah, and the Sonnet 21 is my favorite.
Oh, really? Why? Can you tell us?
Sure, but first let me read the poem for you guys. Say over again, and yet once over again, that thou dost love me. Thought the word repeated should sing a cuckoo song, as thou dost treat it, remember, never to the hill or plain, valley and wood. Without her cuckoo strain comes the fresh spring in all her green completed. Beloved, I am the darkness greeted by a doubtful spirit voice in that depth's pain. Christ speaks one more, thou lovest. Who can fear too many stars? Thou each in heaven shall roll. Too many flowers, thou each shall crown the year. Say thou dost love me, love me, love me. Told the silver intolerance, only minding, dear, to love me also in silence with thy soul.
This poem is beautiful. Bravo!
Thank you. This poem is mainly about Mrs. Browning's feeling to her lover. She really loved her husband because he's the one who brings hope to her and save her from death. Just like a verse in the poem. Remember, never to the hill or plain, valley and wood, without her cuckoo streams, comes the fresh spring in all her green completed. And the Happy Prince, a famous and popular story written by Oscar Wilde. You know that?
Yep, it's about a prince who does not know the suffering of his people in a kingdom. However, he is built as a portrait placed on the square when he died. After that, one day, he suddenly sees that his people live in a poor society filled with poverty. Then, the prince asks the swallow help him to send a gem to the people in need. At the end, the swallow died, and the prince is destroyed by people.
Cool, you know that. In his story, its topic is also about love, so you know me, right?
You adapt the end of story.
I must say, you're smart. I change it. In my film, the prince's love is spread in the kingdom day by day and touch people's hearts because some poor people see the swallow always take some gems to them and then goes back to the prince's shoulder. So those people start to fix prince's portrait and take care of the swallow. That's a happy ending, right?
So wonderful.
Yep, it is. And have you ever heard the poem Promises Like Pie Crust, which is written by Christina Georgina Rossetti?
Oh, I know that because my teacher Yvette taught that in the class before. The writer is Dante Gabriel Rossetti's sister.
You have done some homeworks, huh? I'm surprised.
Nana, you cannot look down on me, dude.
Okay, I just want to tell you my thinking about the point. It says that the love between the lovers should be proper. Otherwise, it's just like pie crust. That means it would be easy to broke. I'm ready to shoot the short film about the poem. It will reflect the spirit of poem. And you can wait for and look forward to it.
Fine, I will. Then, do you have other stories to share?
Oh wait, there's a kind of horrible, cruel, and maybe a little love story.
Tell us.
Listen, there is a Duke's Point, my last duchess from Robert Browning. The story is about he introduced a portrait with his ex-wife. The story gradually exposed his dissatisfaction of ex-wife, so reader may guess that the Duke kills his ex-wife. However, I would not like this kind of story because it's too cruel. I will make the film warmer with changing the content of point, but I have no idea about that now, just let you know.
Okay, I expected a lot.
Hey Manson, can you just let me introduce some works without your asking? I just want to let people know and quickly introduce my work and ideas because I have other channels to go.
Man, you are Superman without any rest. I don't wanna bother you, so there you go.
Maybe I can replace your host.
Hey, what the hell you are talking about, man?
Come on, boy. Haven't you understand my humor?
Actually, alright. Take your time.
The point I will introduce is kinda tricky cause the writer is still a mysterious questions for people now. And in the story, the satire is also an important point. I mean, it says that she wouldn't forget to love him. However, I think its interest, the behavior itself indicates that the woman has remembered, but she still wants to remind herself of not to forget. I like this kind of content. I'll shoot the video which contains this plot to let people watch. And the next literature works I would like to introduce is Knobshop Sleep, which is collected in the House of Life. The author of this poem is Christina Rossati's brother, Dante Gabriel Rossati. I have introduced this brother and sisters today so you can understand how important are they in Victorian era. By the way, the following literature works I will only introduce is Gabriel Rossati's poems. Just let you know. Okay, back to the topic. In the poem, it describes the view of the sexual love between man and woman. And it reminded me of the film Lost Costumes, original from Elaine John, which is directed by Anne Lee. I wonder whether the view described in the poem is as similar as the view in the movie directed by Anne Lee or not. Anyway, the most powerful things for words is to give readers unlimited imagination room. It gives me the room so that I can adapt the literature into film. And the next point, Silent Noon, describe the love between the lovers which will not last forever. Life is short, despite the cruel fact. The lovers still try to seize the day and cherish their love. Their spirit deserves our respect. I'm willing to adapt this kind of literature into short film. And the final poem I would like to introduce is Body's Beauty. In the poem, it describes the external beauty of Mrs. Lethe, who is Adam's first wife. However, she doesn't love Aiden, so she leaves him. In my opinion, it doesn't matter how beautiful a woman are, it's the true love that matters.
So this work is quite suitable for being adapted into the ironic work. That's all I got for you guys today. Just let me take a rest, please.
Well done, Big J. I think our audience may benefit a lot through the channel. And hope you guys will understand James' product deeper. This is Mason. See you at 10 a.m. next Thursday morning. Bye bye.
Telltale heart, telltale heart. My knife's gonna penetrate in your heart.